Right. What's up, mate? Let's see. All right, let's do it. So I've watched it before, and I think I've figured like the one main takeaway that I have for you, and it's gonna have to do with like lane assignments, pressure, and being at the fight. So that's the three main points. It's gonna be one learning objective that I'm gonna summarize at the end. But like for now, we're just gonna go with it. And firstly, here we don't see the objective timer, but I know that Drake spawns like now, so it spawned now. And the issue is you're not at the fight. So the first concept is going to be past. Uh, I don't want to give you like a number because it's going to change like every game. But in this scenario, you're playing against Aatrox, and Aatrox is not really a champ that like scales overly well. He wants to get shit done 1 to 2 items, a bit like you. But in this case, you're really strong. You're like 5-1 or whatever it is. So like you want to be impactful. So if you go make a play at Drake and get like 2 kills, and your team gets the Drake, and the only trade-off is Aatrox getting a plate or two, that's fine. It's perfectly fine. You should be able to. You should be like glad with that trade. So here, what I would like to see on your deploy, this is a lull state, right? Like you have time to think about what you want to do. You press tab, you see, oh, Drake is spawning in like a minute or whatever it is. So you one-shot the wave you're walking with here. So like when it meets to the center, you one-shot this wave, and then you start walking straight away to the Drake. So that's what I would like to see, because like, if you were here, like imagine, let's say you didn't go for the Aatrox trade, you go for the Q, alright, so like now the wave is fully clear and you start walking down now. So like 1, 2, 3, you'd be around mid now, and you'd be like at the Drake right now. And like if you're at the Drake right now, it's just so easy for your team to play it out. And by the way, like I know your team's behind right now. Like you're 5-1 and the score is 8-6. Like they are behind, but like what your mindset should be. Don't think about your team being weak. Think about you being the strongest champ on the map. That's what you should think about. So here you should be at that fight. If you're at that fight, like your team wins this really easily. Get the Drake. And like it's completely a different game, because like now your jungle and AD carry die. You give Drake, which sucks, but like it's a situation that like you have control over. Like you should have been at that fight, and it goes back to that lull state before on your deploy. Ask, all right, what's next? The answer is Drake. One shot the wave, go down. So I think that the first takeaway of being at the fight, it starts in your lull state of just asking yourself, what's next? So like you see what next objective there is, and then you need to pre-plan what you want to do for that. So here it's Drake, you want to window to roam, one shot the wave, and go. Alright, next sequence. It's now that it goes into lane assignments a bit. So they take Drake. Alright, what's the next objective again? That same question, it needs to be in your mind. If you're playing Renekton, you need to be the boss driver. 1 to 2 items, be at every fight, carry the fights, and then go back to side, right? That's your main game plan. So, by the way, if you're not really familiar with the reference points of Renekton, it's really like when you have Eclipse and you're like during that 1 to 2 item period in the game, so that's between like 12 minutes and like 20, 25, depending on the game. Like it's the period of the game where you are the strongest champ on the map. It's the time where the mid laners and the AD carries aren't spiked yet, they're not at their 3 items. And like you are just really, really strong and you want to use that. So your general game plan should be like here, you see Herald is next. One shot that wave, base. Why? So here your Aurora is dead, so it's a really good opportunity for you to switch up the lane assignments. And as the top laner, you're the one in charge of lane assignments. Like you're the one who should decide in which side lane you want to go to. And in this case, in most cases, it's going to be away from the next objective. Why? So, if you're away from the next objective, you are the one that's going to be able to put the most pressure on the map, and that's going to make the enemy team have to answer you. And if the enemy team answers you, you can go to the objective and form a numbers advantage there. So that's the main thing you want to do on Renekton, right? You want to fight those early objectives with a number advantage. And even if there's no number advantage, is fine, but it's better if there is. So here, I would like you to press B, go bot, so that at, let's say here, you're already on this wave, pushing this wave, like the next wave coming in. And then once that wave is crash, you can roam up and be there for the Herald fight. So like here, like this what I'm explaining is like ideally, because like this is fine. Honestly, you were at that skirmish. It's just like this is not like it's not a consistent thing that's gonna happen. Like here, your Aurora read the map and like say like, oh, we need to make something happen, and then your MF had the hero R as well, and like it's good, sure, I'll give you that. It was a good play, but like it's not consistent. I don't like it. And then here we see like the same issue once again. Like the next objective is going to be Dragon. So as you deploy here, that's your lull state. You should be thinking, all right, what's next? Answers Drake. All right, I'm going to go top. I'm going to put pressure top, and then before Drake spawns, I'm going to go there. So like I think this Drake spawns at 1930. So I would like you to go top. Top, yes. And let your ideally your Aurora would be bot, and your MF would be mid. But you can control that. You can drop Ving like Aurora be bot, but you can't do much more. Like you need to pressure top here. This is a like it's not structured, right? I can see like a world where like a good thing happened, and then in some other game it doesn't work. So you feel like it's maybe your team fault or whatever it is. Like it's hard to see what's wrong. But like the thing is like your game plan is not consistent. Like it's not structured, and I don't see the intention in your gameplay. Like I don't see the intention. All right, next Drake, I want to be there, and what's the condition for me to be there? All right, I need to push top first. All right, so before the objective, I'm going to go top. I'm going to push top all the way to tier 2, and then I'm going to be there nice and early at the Drake. Like I don't see that planning and that intention in your gameplay, and that's a really important part of Renekton. Because like let's say now you were pushing top. Top would be near the tier 2 at this wave, and then now you could roam and be there while, because like that's even a bonus, right? The Lucian answered top, and he shouldn't, by the way, because you can kill him easily. But like the general point is you want to be away from the objective and put pressure on the map, create a 5v4. That's your general game plan at Renekton. Again, you want to be at those fights. So here you get Drake, right? Now this is, I think, one of the most important takeaways, and that has to do with Renekton reference points. So here, it's great, right? You get a lot of gold, you get a tier 2, tier 1 and tier 2. The thing is, like, this would be excellent if you were playing, like, Yorick, or Trundle, or Volibear, or whatever other champ that's really good in side lane. The thing is, it's not really how you win games as Renekton. And the reason why I don't like that is, like, this play is good if you need your, like, 3-item spikes or something. But, like, you're Renekton. You're really strong at 1 to 2 items and you want to get shit done, right? So here, after Drake, you see, right, Otacon is spawning now. Like, there's gonna be a fight on top side in the next 30 seconds or whatever it is. Right? So, like, all your team is going mid, and the enemy team is there to fight, right? Because Otacon is there. They see you on bot wave. It's a 5v4 for them. So they get a pick on your MF, and then they go do Otacon, right? So, like, trading tier 2 for Otacon is not something you want to do as Renekton. If you were playing a 3-item spike champion, like Yone, for example, I still wouldn't like it, to be honest. Otacon is just too strong. But like, if it would be more acceptable, because like at Renekton, you want to be at those fights. So that's like the opposite of the last sequence, where you were at on the side of the objective and they're too early. Like now you're on the opposite side, which is good, a good start, but you're there for too long, right? So like I would go straight away right after Drake to like go brawl here. Let's do one last sequence after. So like now it's gonna be Drake next. All right. So like, oh, you died. I mean, I think hitting tier 3 is just way too much here. Like they base, they're gonna go see you. All right, that's not really a great takeaway you can have. What's going on here? Okay, so I don't like you being mid because like the MF wants to farm mid wave, right? And it's her home. Right? Mid lane is her home right now, and you're taking the mid waves and you're kind of making her homeless. And you died. I think Yasuo's spiked at this point, and he's a level up on you. It's like this. Like it's just, I don't like it. Like go to sides, go to top here before Drake spawns. So you're there like late, and you go mid. So like this, going mid first, going mid is time waste, and second, you died on the sequence before. So it is what it is. That like does happen. But like what I would like to see is the mindset of like Drake is next, I go top, and then you want to be there to fight early. So here you have 3 items. You're really spiked. You're so strong right now. The thing is like because you're not top, your mid laner and your AD carry are top, and Drake is up. So you give Drake. Like this whole shitty sequence kind of originates at you going mid and letting your teammates catch top wave, which would be your job. All right, we're gonna end it here actually. And like I don't want to just say, "Oh, that's what you did wrong." Like it's kind of a learning objective, right? So what I would like you to think about in your next games is like from 12 minutes onwards, you're the strongest champ in the game, and most game is going to be the case. And so I want you to ask yourself what's next, and then which side you need to push, which is going to be the opposite side of the objective, and then communicate your intention clearly. So that's something that didn't happen in the first sequence, actually, Drake, because like I saw you move down in river. It's a bit earlier. Not that early. Let's see. Because like, I think I saw you move in river. Yeah, so it does deploy. Like I see you kind of want to do it, but like it's not like clear. Like you dropped one ping, I think, on mid wave, but like it's not what I like. I want you one shot the wave, like I said at the beginning, and like ping on my way like 4 times. All in ping. The sound is really good. Like it turns your teammates on, and like I want you to communicate your intention clearly and be at the fight nice and early after you push the opposite side. So I'm going to show you what that looks like from one of my games. So in this game, I'm playing Cassante into Set, which is a similar situation as your matchup, right? Cassante is a champ that's Thanos at 1 to 2 items. So the game plan is quite similar, right? So I'm playing into Set, another champion that's strong early, just like Aatrox was a champion that's strong early. So here, what I'm going to do, I'm 2-0, right? And the next Drake is going to be spawning at some point. All right. I'm actually going to let this sound run because I'm doing commentary on this one. And I'll let you just hear what my thinking process is. Have you with it? Alright, killing Set is kind of useless right now. Because he's already so far behind, and it's Set. It's not exactly something that comes back in the game once it's behind. So I'll just play for a proxy, and then maybe I can roam down to Drake. That'd be pretty impactful. Alright, so you can see from there, like my intention is really to be the difference maker at that next Drake fight. So here I go for proxy. That gives me a timer to roam, and then I go straight for the dragon, right? So I'm there nice and early, and you see like I'm pinging on my way, like we want to fight this, right? And like even if there's no big fight here, we just get the Belveth, and like the set gets a proxy, and he gets a nice base, and he gets a plate or whatever. I don't care. It doesn't matter. So here, technically, I told you earlier you should have went bot when Herald was spawning. The difference here is the support, both supports are still in bot. So the lane assignment haven't switched. In your case, the bot lane was mid. So in this case, it would have been good to go bot. If they're not, like in this case, like it's fine to stay top during Herald timer. Like it's preferable if you were bot, but if you're not, it's not the biggest deal. And then here, like you can see the process is always going to be the same. So here, let's see the tab. Missed it. All right, so we have Drake in 125. So what I want to do, push the top wave as far as I can. Recall, go straight to Drake. Set might get the whole tier 1 tower here. It doesn't matter. The tier 1s, it's fine to give tier 1s, it's not fine to give tier 2. Is the general rule for it. So I'm there for the fight, right? That's what matters most. Ends up going not so well. Whatever. What you want is be there for the fight. So here, same thing. Go straight for the fight and try to be the difference maker. Right? I'm not going to go for the skirmishes like it goes well in this case, but like it's the main general idea, right? Especially, by the way, when Otacon is bot and Drake is up at the same time, 2 objectives on the same side of the map, like there's going to be a fight for sure, you want to be there. So, general plan, go away from the objective, push the wave, and go to the objective. That's what you want to do as Renekton. Alright, so I hope this was helpful. Just keep in mind, in your lull state, what's next, and go away from the objective, and then be there for the fight, be the difference maker.